The city of Columbus, Georgia contacted JAGER PRO during the month of December as feral pigs were damaging the yards and property of 2 residential subdivisions. Rooting was widespread across multiple property lines encompassing approximately 250 acres. This segment will demonstrate a textbook capture of the first sounder within 96 hours of building the enclosure. We strategically chose the 75 acres surrounding this nearby pond as our bait site. The location was wooded with thick vegetation for bedding cover and also helped isolate our trap enclosure from residential distractions by homeowners and their pets. Our mission was to quickly gather intel and then efficiently remove 100% of the entire sounder in the shortest time possible. Our standing operating procedure is to implement all 3 steps of our capture success matrix. Step 1 is to condition hogs to trust a daily food source. The bait area we selected was a natural funnel between the pond and a residential road. We hand baited this well-used trail with soured corn for aroma on 19 December and positioned a JAGER PRO ice camera to send texted photos of any activity. ICE is an acronym for Intelligence Collecting Equipment. This technology allows us to monitor multiple bait sites in real time without wasting fuel, time, or labor. We erected a feeder the next day on 20 December and prepped the area with a half bucket of bait to help condition them to trust the area as a daily food source. We also added our high-definition camera to begin collecting video intel of the sounder. Mother Nature unleashed several inches of rain during the next few days and flooded the area. This temporarily changed the sounder's travel and feeding pattern until creeks returned to passable levels. The sounder arrived at the feeder for the first time on 23 December and fed for several hours. Watch their body language as they encounter the metal 3-legged corn contraption for the first time. Conditioning them to trust both the area and the feeder as a daily food source is an important step of our capture success matrix. Day 2 on 24 December reveals the same Hampshire belted sow and 6 subadults visiting the feeder from 0210 to 0353.
Last night they came back. They fed here 4 different times last night. So today we're going to go ahead and erect a trap and see if we can't get lucky on Christmas Eve and catch about 7 hogs.
We erected a double mine gate enclosure on Christmas Eve since our video intel revealed the sounder arrived from 2 different locations. Could we have captured the sounder using a single mine gate? Maybe, but it is important to understand the politics of the situation. We needed to provide immediate positive results to local media outlets as quickly as possible to ease the political tensions between local residents and their city government created by the extensive rooting damage. The solution rested squarely on the shoulders of JAGER PRO. We buried the threshold of our mine gates to eliminate any physical structure for pigs to step over. 6 of our patented 1656 trap panels were used to build the enclosure and secured to 7-foot-long T-posts every 4 feet using our 11-gauge mine clips and drill socket. The same standards are applied every time we build an enclosure, whether we intend to capture 7 pigs or 27. Gates were camouflaged with nearby vegetation to break up the steel vertical and horizontal lines. Control boxes were then installed and calibrated to trigger simultaneously from a single transmitter frequency. Our mine cam was installed on a T-post outside the enclosure to provide text photo intel and remotely control the gate triggers via a cell phone. We baited a small amount of soured corn inside the enclosure up to the gate threshold for additional scent. The final step tested the entire mine trapping system for flawless operation with a single cell phone text. Now begins step 2 of the capture success matrix as we condition hogs to trust the corral trap enclosure. The first night of conditioning shows the sounder arriving at 1911 on Christmas night. Listen to the alert grunt from the hamp sow. Pigs did not enter the trap on Christmas and would not visit the bait site again for another 3 nights. The cold rain and 39-degree temperature helped motivate the first 4 shoats to enter the enclosure at 17:49 on 28 December. The pregnant hamp sow cautiously enters 1 minute later. 5 of the pigs feed contentedly inside the trap enclosure. Observe the behavior of this little spotted Poland China gilt as she stays close to the gate threshold, entering and exiting multiple times. The hamp sow is guarded and wary, as most matriarchs usually exhibit. Here, she actually bolted out of the enclosure and grunted, then cautiously re-entered the trap. After 10 minutes, she finally settled down and created another problem by randomly chasing the spotted gilt out of the enclosure. We do not know why the sow demonstrated this behavior, but it created a smaller window of opportunity to successfully capture the entire sounder. Finally, the spotted gilt fed to the opposite side of the trap. Now we implement step 3 of the capture success matrix by using the optimum trigger device. We simply text the trigger code back to the mine camera, and 7 seconds later, both gates drop simultaneously. We immediately traveled to the trap enclosure in the rain to photograph our success for media purposes and quietly dispatched the sounder on a wet, cold Saturday night. This segment successfully demonstrated the efficient capture of an entire sounder group within 96 hours of building the enclosure without wasting any fuel, time, or labor. The mine trapping system proved to be an efficient control method in a residential subdivision and relieve the political tensions between the local city government and their citizens during the December holiday season. The next video in our series will continue to demonstrate feral hog behavior, so viewers will better understand how to accomplish 100% captures for more effective hog control. Call or visit us on the web to purchase the latest equipment or learn more about the methods and technology needed to better control feral hog populations in your area. Be sure to visit our YouTube channel to view our entire instructional video series. Once online, keep clicking and like the JAGER PRO Hog Control System's Facebook page. If you have a story idea or just want to leave us a comment or suggestion, feel free to send us a message through Facebook or email us at info@jagerpro.com.